segment, and go Tornadoes.
Your information station, WTIM.
Good morning. You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and our WTIM Pana Morning Show, brought to you by not only Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, your Pana Save-A-Lot, but also Bob Riding's Pana, Nokomis Dairy Queen, Pana Bowl, and the Oconee Chop Shop. We today are joined by Nicole Blodgett. Nicole is the president of the Pana Parks Revitalization Committee. Good morning to you, Nicole. How are you doing?
Good morning. Good. How are you doing?
I am doing well, and thank you for asking. And glad to have you here to talk a little bit about not only the Popcorn Festival and what's going on there, but some other projects that you've had tucked away. And for those that don't know about the Pana Parks Revitalization Committee, could you kind of fill us in on what that is and maybe how long this has been running?
Yes. We are a small committee. We've been comprised of about 10 people, kind of give or take, about every year. We started kind of after the recession in 2009 and 10, just when there weren't funds available for cities to do additional, projects or to just kind of maintain things. So that was kind of the idea when Bob Smith, our now vice president, started our group. We became a 501c3 in 2011, and then we've just been doing projects from the very smallest little paint projects to repainting our Chautauqua, and as big as we could get. Each year, we try to improve on things in the park more and more.
Sure. And for Bob, originally starting it, and obviously you having taken over some of those duties then as well, what are some of those changes that you've seen since 2009 or 10 when you roughly started? What are some of those big projects that you'd like to highlight, including maybe painting of the Chautauqua building and others?
Well, like I said, we started, like we were painting some of the playground equipment when we had older playground equipment, chain link fence around the pool, light poles and everything like that. And then like the Chautauqua had been redone about 15 years ago, as well as like our Skylar Bridge over the lagoon. But everything just, comes due again where it needs to be redone. So we've done the resurfacing of that bridge and repainting. We repainted the entire Chautauqua here this past year. We've tried to add lighting to the tennis and pickleball areas where we painted pickleball lines in the last couple of years because that's becoming more popular for all ages. We've done other things like where we've helped meet the match amount from the city for a grant when we got the large playground area. It was a Ruby Munson-Meyer donation that helped spur that grant. And so we helped with the match portion to get the walking sidewalk around the lagoon. You can see people around there every day, and it's just really nice to see people out and being active in the park and enjoying being outside. So we also have one of our committee members likes to do a lot of the memorial gardens and kind of keep those up and looking good. So we try to play a part wherever we can, big or small.
Sure. And if you don't mind my asking, where does the Pana Parks Revitalization Committee kind of fit in with some of the other organizations around the town? You've got Pana Pride and others. Is that something that you work with those other organizations, or is that kind of, hey, our focus is on the parks and we're good there? What other work do you do with maybe other area organizations?
Well, we mainly focus on the park revitalization. So if there's ever any kind of need, like we tried to do the Chautauqua because we know Pana Pride has like their December to Remember when they do the lights on in December. So we tried to spruce up some things. We had some plans for improving the electrical in different places where they would like additional lighting. We've had a couple plans drawn up. We haven't come to, for sure what we're going to be able to do, but I know that's, something we're definitely willing to work on with them. So, and we always try to work with the city and see what they are able to do or what part they would like us to take part in. Like we just replaced the Kitchell Park basketball court. It was a full-size basketball court. We had help from Castle Concrete Construction, Tri-County Feed and Seed, and Clancy Pullman Excavation. Those three companies really helped put that project through in just a couple days. So it was amazing, the work that was able to be done. But none of that's possible without like our community and business support. And then our popcorn festival has generated money by participants coming and people coming to visit and things like that. So that's really what helped us get that biggest project I'd say we've had done thus far.
Well, and that's great. And you mentioned the Pana Popcorn Festival, and let's get into that a little bit. How did that kind of idea come about? When did that start to the Pana Popcorn Festival really kind of realize itself? And how has that gone so far now that we're kind of in the swing of things with it?
Okay. Our two of our members, Frank and Carol Albright, they've been great community members for many decades here in Pana. They just like to travel, and so they go to different states, and they've seen all kinds of different festivals and things. And we were just trying to think of a fundraiser that would bring several people to it, and something that we could do to make a little more money than our normal cookouts and things like that. So they ran across the popcorn festival. There was one in, I think, Vincennes, Indiana, maybe one up in Michigan that they had also seen. So they brought the idea to our group, and we decided we would think about it. Well, then when Great Western Products came, it was the popcorn factory, when they came and built their new facility there in Pana in the industrial area, it just kind of made sense. So we asked them if they would like to come on board with us, and it would kind of be a way to kind of welcome them to the city. And they wanted to be a platinum sponsor right away. They said, yes, this is, what we want to do. We want to support the community and help get something together for people to enjoy. So that's kind of how that came about. And that was, last year was our first year. And so they've been with us the whole way and said, we want to help you every year that you guys want to do it.
Well, and obviously we're bringing it back this year for its second annual. How did the first edition of the Pana Popcorn Festival go? What are some of those things that maybe we saw that, hey, that worked really well and we're going to continue to institute that? Or what were some things that maybe we learned from that first one that we're looking to change or bring about in the second edition of it?
We had a full day of events, much like we do again this year, and we've actually added a couple more. Our police chief mentioned to us he had never seen that many people in Kitchell Park ever at one time. So that was really great to hear. And it was just really nice to see people being able to walk about the streets in the park and the kids playing at the different activities. It was just a really nice day. So we had everything from the dog show to the vendor fair to the kids island. So there's definitely something for everyone that day. And we just really loved seeing everybody out. Parking, we're going to have like a couple areas of parking this year designated. Last year we just really weren't sure, where we wanted people to go, and they kind of went to the opposite of where we wanted to go. So we're going to have better signage, and then, parking laid out better. So,
but you got to have that first event to find out what needs to be done just a little bit better. So you learn from that. And now this year around, we're going to get people maybe a little closer to where we would maybe like them to be. So when it comes to parking or other things, you mentioned also additional vendors and others that are coming on. That's exciting stuff for you guys in the Pana Popcorn Festival. When it comes to this year's date and when it will be running, could you let the folks know about that?
Yes, it will be Saturday, July 26th. We're trying to stay with the last Saturday in July kind of date. So that's Saturday, July 26th this year. It starts about 9:15. We're going to have the honor guard there to do someone will sing the the anthem, and then we will start our Popcorn Princess contest. Starts kind of there immediately after. That has a good amount of people to come to see all the little girls competing. And so we wanted to get it going right off the gate, because then it's followed by the dog show. So the Chautauqua is going to be bang, bang, bang all day.
It's going to be loaded with events. And I'm excited to be able to hear about some of those events as well when we come back in just one moment. Joining us Here over the phone today is Nicole Blodgett. Nicole is the president of the Pana Parks Revitalization Committee. We're talking about the Popcorn Festival and the second annual, its new changes and some of those that are being made. And we'll come back around and we'll talk about some of the additional events that are going on Saturday, July 26th. We'll return in just one moment. You're listening to the WTIM Pana Morning Show here on your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
This is Alyssa Keller with People's Bank and Trust, where customers have one consumer banker who knows them and provides the right financial services to achieve their financial goals. Your consumer banker is your single source for life's financial needs, from checking to consumer loans, from retirement accounts to mortgage loans, and everything in between. Call me at 888-PBT-1954. Bank with People's Bank and Trust so you can spend your time living your life, not explaining it. At People's Bank and Trust, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Brian Booth at Bob Writings in Pana here to tell you about a couple hot deals we have going this month. We have new 2025 Jeep Compass Latitudes with available rebates of $27,113. That is a brand new car for less than $30,000, and we've sold several at this price. We have half-ton trucks with up to $15,000 in discount. Come see us online at bobwritingspana.com or call us at 217-562-3986.
Beat the heat with Hand Cut Meat at your locally owned Pana Save-A-Lot. This is Eric and Tim here with the deals.
USDA Choice Boneless Arm Steaks, $4.99 a pound.
Boneless pork sirloin chops, $1.69 a pound.
St. Louis style pork ribs, $2.99 a pound.
USDA inspected boneless ribeye steaks, $8.99 a pound.
Vidalia onions for 99 cents a pound.
And don't forget our meat department custom handmade grilling favorites featuring 16 flavors of patties and 12 flavors of brats.
These prices are good through Tuesday, June 10th at your locally owned Pana Save-A-Lot.
Hope to see you soon.
Dinner time just got easier with Pizza Man Pana. Enjoy great food that includes amazing pizza, tasty pasta, salad bar, and chili. On Monday nights, enjoy the spaghetti special with garlic bread and a side salad for $8. On Tuesday nights, come in for the lasagna special with garlic bread and a side salad for $9. On Wednesday nights, grab yourself an individual pizza and side salad for $9. Pizza Man Pana is proud to be serving Pana and the surrounding areas with great Italian food since 1985.
Looking for food, fun, and bowling? Head to Pana Bowl. We've got open bowling every Friday and Saturday night, perfect for family fun or a night out with friends. Don't miss our Tuesday and Wednesday special, unlimited bowling from 5 to 10 p.m. for just $9. Feeling hungry? Our kitchen's cooking up favorites Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Visit PanaBowl.net or like us on Facebook for the latest deals and events. Pana Bowl, where the good times roll.
Noren's Hardware is a local family-owned store offering a wide selection of quality hardware supplies at competitive prices. Whether you need plumbing supplies or electrical supplies, you're sure to find what you need at Noren's Hardware Store, including ice melt, shovels, gloves, heat tape, pipe insulation, portable heaters, and propane to get ready for the winter months. Our staff is committed to providing outstanding customer service and is ready to assist you. Visit our store at 55 Main Street in Pana today.
WTIM.
And we're back with the WTIM Pana Morning Show here on your information station. We're joined today by Nicole Blodgett. Nicole is the president of the Pana Parks Revitalization Committee, and we're brought to you by Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, your Pana Save-A-Lot, Bob Writings of Pana, Nokomis Dairy Queen, Pana Bowl, and the Oconee Chop Shop. Nicole and I have been talking a little bit about what is the Pana Parks Revitalization Committee and their upcoming Popcorn Festival set to take place Saturday, July 26th. We talked a little bit about some of the events and the rundown of the schedule, but Nicole, I'd like to leave the floor to you to tell us about how that day is going to start and all the way through until it ends. What's the Pana Popcorn Festival going to look like this year?
Okay, well, one thing I wanted to make sure to mention was all day long there is free popped popcorn the whole day from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's provided by Great Western Products, our platinum sponsor. So that's a huge reason to just come out to the park anyway. So after that, we have the 5K run, which will actually take place at the high school just for safety. We've got the 5K run, and then after that is a Little Pops run for kids ages up to 10. So those can be registered for online. All of our registration forms are on panapopcornfestival.org, or we also have a Facebook page, Pana Parks Revitalization Committee. We have a golf tournament that will be at the country club there just east of Kitchell Park that starts in the morning, and then also a sand volleyball tournament. Then we also have a 3-on-3 basketball tournament on our new court that we have there at Kitchell Park. And then we also have a pickleball tournament over in the pickleball and tennis area. Then about 9:15 is when the opening ceremony will start, and then right after that will be the Popcorn Princess contest, followed by the dog show. Right after that, which should be about 11 o'clock, is the start of the dog show plan. It was a big hit last year. There were hundreds of people there to watch. Everybody loves dogs, and that was a great addition. So we also have the Captain Kitchell's Never Never Land, which is a kids play area on the island at the lagoon. That starts about 10 a.m. And then we actually knew this year we'll have a timed paddle boat race. So as long as the water stays up, we get some rain and we're able to do the paddle boating around the lagoon. We are going to kind of do a timed thing, and whoever like the first 3 places for the day will receive prizes. So that's kind of neat because you can't ever hardly get on the lagoon. So that'll be neat for nostalgia. So we also have a car and Jeep show and motorcycles. So that starts at 9 a.m. that people can start registering, and then there'll be an award show at 1 o'clock. So that'll kind of be the whole morning on display. We also have a kickball tournament that's at 10 a.m. That'll be on the baseball and softball fields. That's by the baseball softball organization is going to host that. Then we also will have a dunk tank that'll have 3 of our local high school groups like Music Boosters and FFA participating in it with kind of their celebrity people they want to dunk. Then we have a climbing wall and a larger blow-up slide for some of the bigger kids to be active on. Then we actually have a caramel corn contest. So kind of like the Chili Fest chili samples, we're going to have a caramel contest, caramel corn, where you can purchase little cups and get caramel corn samples. And then we have the music will be on the Chautauqua stage from 2 to 5 will be the Blue Suede Crew Band. And then from 6 to 9 will be Neon Rodeo Band. And the cornhole tournament will be kind of in the middle of the afternoon, about 3 o'clock at the Pana Country Club.
My goodness, that is a
So I think I got them all.
That is awesome, Nicole. So you mentioned that really a lot of this was already in place for your first edition of it. How many of these are kind of new to it this year? I mean, you've got the golf tournament, sand volleyball, 3-on-3, pickleball, the caramel corn contest. I mean, you got it all right now. How much of this is new to the festival this year?
The new items we did, we're trying the timed paddle boat race. And we're having the car and motorcycle show. We had a Jeep show last year, but we wanted to open it up to cars and motorcycles also this year. And then the climbing wall and the larger blow-up slide, we were adding that in this year for some of the bigger kids.
Yeah.
So, and everything, the 3-on-3 is new because we resurfaced the court. So we thought that we'd be able to get that set up and have safe play, for everybody on there. So everything else we actually did last year.
Well, you guys were adventurous for the first go of things. I mean, congratulations to you. This is a loaded Saturday, July 26th. Nicole, for those that are looking for some contact information, one more time before we got to wrap things up quickly.
You can find our events on panapopcornfestival.org. We do have a Facebook page, Pana Parks Revitalization Committee. We try to have all the flyers and everything up on there as well. So if you ever have any questions, just message us through those 2 portals, and we will get back to you as soon as we can.
Perfect. Well, again, we are joined today by Nicole Blodgett, President of the Pana Parks Revitalization Committee, letting us know about the Kitchell Park Popcorn Festival coming up Saturday, July 26th. You're listening to WTIM and our Pana Morning Show here on your information station.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 FM Taylorville, 107.5 FM Shelbyville, 107.9 FM Pana Nokomis.
This is a side street on the far side of the building, of that federal building, where many of the demonstrations really have been taking place over this past weekend. We're not far from that highway that was shut down yesterday in those very chaotic and volatile scenes. But right now, these are authorities forming a line, and they're trying to either safely escort people away. I mean, that's what we continue to back up, or they might be preparing to make arrests.
Saying that law and order must be restored, President Trump has dispatched 2,000 more National Guard troops to L.A., along with 700 Marines. California Governor Gavin Newsom is suing the administration over the deployments, arguing they're unlawful and violate sovereignty. It's been a deadly school shooting in Graz, Austria, with the 21-year-old gunman said to be among the dead.
Mayor Elke Carr described the events as a terrible tragedy. The Austria press agency reports. The report adds the fatalities were 7 students and 1 adult. Carr also says that many people were taken to hospital with